All right, so if you were trying to understand Google's hardware strategy for 2020, wait for it. Because yes, Google has just decided to say goodbye to its flagship and without a replacement that we know about. Officially. We have some even more confusing leaks when it comes to Apple's timeline, and it looks like the Mate 40 series might be the last Huawei powered by a Kirin chip. I'm Jaime Rivera. I know this video is going to go live late. It's Freaky Friday. I went to get tested for COVID-19 today. I'm okay, all negative. Great, that's fantastic, but it took me 8 hours. 8 hours to wait. That's insane. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals, and if you've been following our recent videos, we've got a really good one for you. If you're interested in laptops, that Galaxy Book Flex from Samsung that we reviewed recently is $150 off on Amazon, leaving the Intel Core i7, 8 gigs of RAM, and 256 gigs of storage for $1,200. The latest 13-inch MacBook Pro is also $200 off, leaving the Intel Core i5, 16 gigs of RAM, and 1 terabyte of storage variant for $1,800. Finally, the Google Pixel 4 and 4 XL, which we're actually going to talk about soon, is $60 off, so definitely check the links in the description. We've also got Sony headphones as well. And for those of you that are trying to understand what's the future roadmap for Intel, because I know these have been weird times for the company, well, today we get an official announcement by none other than their new partner, MediaTek. The company just announced the latest collaboration with Intel, and according to them, they're planning to bring 5G to the next generation PCs. Their new T700 5G modem supports sub-6 network architectures and will help deliver consistently faster and more reliable connectivity to new Intel-powered PCs, which will apparently come out in early 2021. We still don't know if we're actually getting a full-blown high-spec PC or entry-level devices with this. On the press release, the company said that it's a good partnership, it's based on execution, and honestly, all I want is to see the first one. Let us know. And prepare yourselves for a new mouthful. It's no doubt that Sony has been making some of the best active noise canceling earbuds and headphones for the longest time, even if they've got the worst names in the industry. And today we got another tongue twister. Yesterday the company just announced their latest and greatest WH-1000XM3 or Mark IV should I say headphones. We just hope they can keep working on their naming schemes, but for design perspectives, you shouldn't be able to tell a difference between the Mark IIIs. They actually bring the same 40mm drivers, but where you should tell a difference is in the noise cancellation. According to Sony, a new Bluetooth audio processing chip can analyze ambient noise and make adjustments to audio 700 times per second. I know, that's crazy. It also brings other new features like 5 different microphones for precise voice pickup, because that was terrible, and multi-point pairing to pair 2 devices simultaneously, because that was also terrible. Pre-orders are available, Amazon and Best Buy, $350. I really want to hear that noise pickup, because that's one thing that those headphones did not get right with phone calls. Now, even if Huawei is currently the king of smartphones, given the fact that Samsung didn't really grow last quarter, we wonder exactly how long that's going to last, because the new developments make it actually rather complicated. Richard Yu recently spoke on the CIT Tech Summit about the Mate 40 and their current situation with the trade war. The Mate 40 will be powered by the 5nm Kirin 1000 series chip, which we should get announced at IFA. The problem is that the United States will be blocking TSMC from manufacturing any more SoCs for Huawei by mid-September, so by then Huawei is expected to secure at least 15 million chips for the Mate 40, and even if the company considers that it's enough for the time, they will be needing to look for another supplier. So yeah, we're wondering exactly what this means. Will they be using Snapdragon going forward? Will they be allowed to use Snapdragon going forward? I know, it's so weird. Now let's move the spotlight over to Apple, particularly iPhones, and what to expect, because apparently there will be more differences than expected when it comes to the Pro variants and the regular variants. Recently we got some new leaks from Weibo showing some changes in the display panels that will make room for 5G antennas. This panel in the picture apparently belongs to the 5.4-inch iPhone 12, and according to the tipster, this phone won't bring the smaller notch that we're expecting, meaning that it'll probably only make it to the Pros. Ross Young Young also tweeted out that apparently we won't be getting 120Hz as well. There are no 120Hz drivers, ICs in these displays either. And then according to a new report from Ming-Chi Kuo, there are some new delays in the pipeline. Apparently supply chain is having some issues with the wide-angle camera lenses, and Apple will have to rely on their second supplier. And this is actually for their non-Pro variants, and if their second supplier is able to pull enough supplies off, the company might actually be affected by a couple of weeks. And since the company didn't really provide details as to when we're getting them, yeah. And finally, the most confusing news today have to do with Google. What the company is doing with their flagships, with their lineup, I don't exactly understand what the plan is, by the way. My Pixel 4 has been stuck in customs for 5-6 days already. What a nightmare. But anyways, just bear with me, grab some popcorn. This is going to get interesting. It actually segregates into 3 different notes that we have to talk about. Let's begin with the fact that, well, Google France just spilled the beans in an official blogspot where they say that the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 will be available in France on October 8th, which pretty much gives us more an idea of when we can expect it. A couple of days ago, we covered some Pixel 5 display leaks from Ross Young, but a few hours after we wrote that script, he also said that we should expect these devices in 60 days, and well, what better source to get that information than from Google? On the second note, let's talk about Pixel 4 and 4 XL. Apparently, the company has discontinued the product. If you go to their store, they're out of stock except for some specific configurations. Google even contacted The Verge and said that they will be available in third-party retailers like Amazon until supplies last. However, that's number 2. Now, as for number 3, let's talk foldables. Last year, Google confirmed that they were experimenting with these, and we didn't hear much after that. According to a leaked document from Google, we might be getting a foldable Pixel smartphone in Q4 2021. It's codenamed Passport, and with this codename, we're not sure what kind of a foldable we're getting. We have some new patents of Google working on a clamshell foldable as well. And I mean, yes, the company has been providing full support for foldables, or is providing full support pretty much soon. Anyways, let us know in the comments down below 2 things. Number 1, I mean, what do you think about the Pixel 4 being discontinued? Are you desperate for Pixel 5 already? Number 2, what do you think about Google doing a foldable? Because in my case, word of advice, Google, get the slab right. Get that one right, and then try foldables. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also, follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram. Follow me on my personal handles to see me get tested probably a little more often. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.